Yo, what's up? Welcome to Madhouse Pro. Madhouse Pro in the building. Because it's my building. If you don't like it, you can kick rocks. All right, y'all. What I'm going to do for you guys, really, I'm not going to say be the test dummy, but be the actual subject. Meaning, it's so many times we get tips, cheat sheets, as we're looking at, and they're very helpful, right? They really are. The thing is, who actually puts them to the test or actually do what they say? So, in this series, if I do series, I'm probably going to pause because I don't like editing. You guys know I do not like editing, but what I may do is I just may go ahead and perform all these steps, pause the video, and bring it back. How about that? Um, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to follow their mixing and mastering cheat sheet binder only for a little bit, just to see how long does it really take. Um, I read up on it. I had to go to a doctor's appointment to get some stuff situated, right? But I'm back. So let's look at it, right? So let's turn this thing upside down. All right, total mixing workflow. So we're gonna work on building a foundation. Step one, initial observation. Step two, get and set expectations, collect client notes. We're not gonna go through all this. Collect the files, identify the gaps, educate, and push back on record editing. Yes, go to step two. Step two, mixing process. Prep, and this is where we're probably gonna start right here. Prep, initial balance, block processing. Finish, step three, final observation. Was the gap bridge? I like this. No, educate and push back on recording and editing. Or yes, go to step four, packaging and delivery. Double check, fades at all cut points, and room compensation is off. Bounce and deliver. Export 24-bit waves and send to client and wait for reversions or revisions. Handle revisions, they can be done in mixing. No, educate, push back on recording and editing, revise and deliver. So I like this. This is a good little starting point. Let's turn some of these other things up, down. Don't get dizzy. So, first thing we're going to do is organize. I'm going to do this actually in front of you guys, and then it's going to take some work. It's going to be pretty lengthy, but I'm going to do it in my DAW, and we're going to do that. So, what it say? Step one, arrange your tracks by instruments. We're going to go over all this, and then I'm just going to dive into it. I'm going to pause it. Step two, relabel the tracks. Step three, color code tracks. Step four, delete empty unwanted tracks. Step five, hide unused tracks. Step six, send your individual instrument to buses. I like that. Step seven, insert fades and crossfades. I'm gonna show you a neat trick in Samplitude. Gain stage your files. Step eight, step nine, input tempo data and time signatures. Step 10, create songs and section labels. I like that. Step 11, make sure buffer size is high. I guess we're talking recording, but we're gonna get everything. Set it to high to 1024 to keep your CPU usage low. Ooh. Import your reference track. Find some mixes similar to yours and listen to them thoroughly, right? All right. This is gonna be the gain staging thing. We're gonna do individual joints on this. So first thing first, I'm gonna organize. If you see right here, say extra points, if you order them same way every mix. So create a template to me. Clean. Make sure they're understandable, not kick, not 12 underscore kick dot AIFF file, right? Color code, again, extra points if you color code them the same way every mix. Template, this will help you find things quickly. Template. Oh, excuse me. It's not going to be in the mix. It doesn't need to stay in your session, right? Gotcha. If you want, I'm just going down each step. If you want it in your session for safekeeping, make sure you have from view. Having everything under one fader will speed up mixing. Yes, it will. Blah, blah, blah. At least 10 milliseconds at the beginning and of each region should be enough. That's the crossfades. Reduce the gain of channels that peak above the -6 decibel full scale. I like that. And add gain to channels that peak below -30 decibel full scales. I'm gonna get into that because I was doing some of this earlier and I was just looking at my thing. So 9, you got the tempo. Without them, editing and automation will be extremely difficult. All right. Knowing where your choruses are is invaluable when you're mixing quickly, and make sure the buffer size is set to da da da. All right, so we're gonna go through, this is a 12-step process. I'm 5 minutes in. So what I'm about to do is I'm gonna pause on my thing, then I'm gonna come back. So initially, I'm gonna open up Samplitude so you guys could see what it do. So Samplitude, amplitude, the tube, the tube, Pro Tools tube, PreSonus tube, Studio One tube. Nah, let me quit. All right, so we're here. I'm gonna open up a brand new session, and 8 tracks. I'm gonna switch that. So we're gonna leave that there at 8. And I'm gonna make the templates that they was talking about, but I'm gonna open it up so you guys can see it. I could do the sample rate of 4,800, but we're gonna leave that here 1 minute. Click OK, right? So you're gonna come here. I gotta get rid of this. That's the track editor. And I need to input a good several tracks. So input several empty tracks. Vocal, ad-libs, instruments. We really don't. To cover myself, I'm gonna go with a total I'm about to say 14. A total of 14 total tracks. So I hit that right. We scroll down to 14. This is interesting to me because I'm about to pause right here. Then I'm gonna explain to you my color code and what I named everything. And let me pause. All righty, my people, I'm back. Snitches. Hey, so what I did was I took the time to actually do what the tracks say. Quelo. Hey, so let's go right here. The 12 steps to organize your session. So I actually just went and did that. I wasn't keeping track of time. But let's minimize this. Snitches. Charlie Murphy. Dave Chappelle has an effect on people. Let's open up Samplitude Pro. Oh my goodness. Oh my God. I gotta go shave, y'all. I look older with all this gray in my beard. I wear it proudly. Anyway, so let's do new, right? So we're naming this track Pumpkin. If I don't already have one. I'll just be naming my tracks whatever, y'all, really. So if I say Pumpkin, and what I did right here, Madhouse Pro MHP Mix Mastering, which is the mixmastering.com people. So I click on that, click OK, right? Voila, snitches. So let's see if I did what they requested. Arrange tracks by instruments: vocal, vocal left, vocal right, vocal bus, kick, hi-hat, battery, bum, 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 drum bus, bass, blah, 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 right? So I did that. All right, relabel tracks. I relabeled tracks. It said, make sure they're understandable, not the, I'm almost in y'all way. Let me move this up. Right, stall them out, Debo. Man, let me grab my, oh yeah, bogus. Anyway, y'all can see it. Let me see, let me do like this. Still don't want to let me move it out. Doing this. Anyway, I'm in the way. Man, do this, just stall them out. All right, y'all can see a little bit better. Let's go down 1. Arrange track by instruments, vocal bus, hi-hat, battery, kick. Yeah, we got that. Relabel tracks. I did that. That's why you see battery, hi-hat, and all that stuff. So it won't just say kick. Color code the tracks. I did that. Green, red. So when you see these 2 to 3 greens, then they go to a red. All my buses are red. I know that because I did it. It's my system, right? All right, color code. Extra points if you color code them the same way every mix. Oh, excuse me. Yes, because I have a template. So give me my extra points, mastering.com. Next, delete empty and unwanted tracks. I haven't started, but as I do that, if I'm not using something, I will delete them. It's not going to be in the mix. It doesn't need to stay in your session. So we can remove those, delete them, do whatever we need to do, right? Hide unused tracks. Ain't that the same thing? But if you want it in your session for safekeeping, make sure you hide it from view. Okay. 6, send your individual instruments to buses. These are my buses. You see vocal bus, drum bus. Let's go to my mixer. Let me go to my mixer. So if you see right here, my buses, anything, here's a vocal bus. There's the vocal was being sent to the vocal bus, which is right here. So these in red goes right here. The kick, oh, I gotta change that. So we'll do this right here. We're gonna make sure the hi-hat battery goes to the drum bus. So y'all get to see me label that drum bus. So they're going out to the drum bus. Here's my drum bus, which goes to the stereo master. Here's my bass to the short bus. I just made that up because I was doing this for you guys. And everything else go to the master mix, which I'm gonna change this to virtual so everybody could hear. I'm gonna have to change that mix later. Anyway, so I did that. Let's go back to the thing. Send individual buses. We did that. Having everything under one fader will speed up your mix. So my drums, I could take all that up and down together at one, and it worked. Insert fades and cross fades at least 10 milliseconds at the beginning and the end of each region should be enough. I'm not doing that yet because I don't have any stuff. My crossfade works different in here, right? Yeah, it does. So we're not worried about 7, 8. Gain staging your files. I like this one. Reduce the gain of the channels that peak above -6 decibel full scale and add gain to the channels that peak below -30 decibel full scale. Full scale. Talking too fast. I think I'm twisting somebody. No. All right, so step 8, let me show you what this look like. So let's go to the mixer. Here we go up here. You see where it say gain? This is for all my gain staging. I like that it does each and every channel. So if something comes up, let's go to here. Oh, stop it. Gain stage, your files, that's already done. Reduce the gain. So if the sound is hitting on one of the buses or individual tracks, and it's hitting at that -6, I have to make that adjustment and say add gain to the channels that peak below the -30, which is right here. So anything below this 30, I will add through the gain. Got it? Got it. All right, input tempo, data, and time signature. So let's go to that. We could close this. Where is my tempo? Charlie Murphy. We'll just minimize that. Here's my tempo right here, right down here. That's right, suckers. Right here. Here's my tempo. If I want to go up or down, tap tempo, new tempo track. I forgot about that. That's a neat little feature. But that's the tempo stuff. Let's go back in. Create a song. Create song section labels. So, intro, a verse, the chorus, the hook, the bridge, the solo, the outro. I just put all those up there so you guys can know that you got to be able to do that. Now, the thing about this, I can move these. These can be changed. So if I'm starting off with an intro, my intro may be short. What if it's only 2 bars or 3? And then the verse come in right there. I could do that. So these can be moved, but are they created? Yes. Can I delete them? Yes, I could delete them. Let's go. Make sure the buffer size is high, set to 1024 to keep your CPU usage low. Talking too fast. Who, I think I'm Twister or somebody? Hey, so we're gonna just bear with me. No, I'm gonna do it through my DAW. And you guys have to see this. So start section. Here's what he's talking about. Audio setup for me. When I click audio setup, this is what he's talking about. Now, this is my object buffer. And I have to correct myself, but 32-bit resolution. So when I hit control panel, ladies and gentlemen, introducing universal audio device. The ugly cry. So my buffer size, when I'm recording, I will change this buffer size. But my computer can handle it for right now, so I'm gonna leave it at 256. But I could set it to 1024 if I need to. But if I do that, all my stuff will go click, 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 click. It's gonna go off and come back on. I don't have time. So we make sure that's set. You can do it before, do it after. Step 12, import your reference track. Find some mixes similar to the music that you think you want your song to sound like. Is it gonna sound like it? What it say? And listen to them throughout the process. So pretty much what you're doing, and I think Ozone got this feature to where they match your reference track. It's pretty neat, but I'm not gonna get all into that. So these are the 12 steps to organizing your session. The 12 steps to organize your session, right? It took me about 15 minutes just talking to you guys. It took me a little bit longer to actually do it. But I'm going to close pumpkin, right? I'm going to just show you guys one more time. Don't say pumpkin because we want some sweet potato pie instead of pumpkin pie. They taste different. And then we'll name this sweet potato pie. Sweet. We'll just say sweet. I usually give it the year I made it. 2026. I'm not doing nothing. But here, once again, my template is right here. Madhouse Pro Mix Mastering. This is really meant for mastering.com. Following their steps. Click OK. Guess what? I'm back in the business. All this stuff is set. I want my extra points, mastering.com. I want my extra points. But you said I get extra points if I ain't got to do this on every session. But the sessions before this, it wasn't done. This is for all my followers, subscribers, or whatever you want to call them. This is for you guys. How does it look when you go and you purchase something and or they give you tips and you don't use it? Use them. I had this file for a while, so as you can see, I did the first 12 steps. So this is going to be for mastering.com, but it's also good for your foundation. This is something you need to do for your foundation. So if you know how to do this stuff, change it from short bus to drum bus. If you know how to set your buses and things of that nature, it'll speed up your process. It will. So this is me using one to show you guys that it's possible to do it. It's not impossible. These people have been doing this for years, and the trial and errors that they put into it, or just reading the manual that some of us don't do. I read my manual, but reading it and then applying it. That's what you have to do. Apply it to your process. So here we go. I got multiple DAWs, so try to go in and do this. FL Studio, I could do it. Pro Tools, I could do it. You could do it in every. Luna's good. PreSonus Studio One, Cubase, all of it's Reaper. It's a whole bunch of stuff out here to get. Mix Bus, you could use them all. So this is for Samplitude Pro. I did it, and it can be done. So on that note, I'm gonna get out of here. But in the future, real near future, the next video that I'll be doing is to how to gain stage your mix. And I'm going to do that. I'm going to need sounds for that. So that's the next step. So the mixing mastering cheat sheet from mastering.com. This is what this is. So you guys can go check it out. I'm not getting promotional paid or nothing for this, whatever you want to call it. But here's some of the things that I'll be doing just to show you guys. We went over the workflow, correct? We just did the 12 steps to organize your session. I did that. Next, what should be after this video, how to gain stage your mix. I'm gonna do that next. So I'm about to get off of here because I could do that. It's just me. This is my content. You can always hit that little button and go bye-bye, snitches. Hey, but this is Mr. Madhouse Pro. Thank you guys for watching. This was the 12 steps to organizing your session, and I'm out. Peace.